Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is MOGIBETH, and for those of y'all who are new here, I own a six-figure reselling business selling mainly clothes on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And in today's video, we're doing a little bit of a follow-up to the video from earlier this week. So if you haven't checked out our Thrift with Me at the Bins video, I'll link it up on the screen. But in that video, we went to the bins, we thrifted, we hauled, and I showed you some items that I am going to take to Crossroads. So Crossroads is a buy-sell trade store here in Portland. They're also throughout the nation, I believe. There's also Buffalo Exchange, Plato's Closet, other consignment stores like that. But my favorite is Crossroads. So I found some things at that trip to take to Crossroads, and I also went on another trip off camera last Friday to make this trip a little bit bigger to take to Crossroads. So I don't want to be too repetitive, so I'll just quickly list the things that I found last week that I'm taking to Crossroads, and maybe we can insert little clips of me showing those things. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you the additional stuff that I found that I'm going to take there. Then together, where we're going to go over to Crossroads, see how much trade-in credit and cash credit they would be willing to give us for this stuff. I'm probably going to choose trade-in credit. How Crossroads works is that they'll give you 30% of the value in cash or 50% in trade-in credit. And as a reseller, trade-in credit is actually quite valuable for me because I can trade in these cheaper items and then use that trade-in credit to purchase more expensive items that will garner a higher sales price on Poshmark, eBay, or what have you. And so it's a really affordable way to get great inventory for cheap, which is why I love this strategy. But if I wasn't a reseller, this is actually a great way to make money because all you have to do is go to the bins, find some items that are trendy that these buy-sell trade stores are looking for, take it there, and then you get cash on the spot. You can really make a lot of money in just one day if you know what you're doing. So after we go to Crossroads and see what we can get, I'm gonna see if I can find anything at Crossroads to buy with that trade-in credit. I'll meet you back here, do a little Crossroads haul, and then I wanna answer a question that I get really often, which is how do I account for in my cost of goods these items that I'm buying this way. So I'm just gonna show you how I do it. Again, I'm not an accounting professional. This isn't the way to do it, but it's the way I do it. So hopefully that will be helpful for y'all as well at the end of the video. Okay, so let me show you what I found at the bins that I'm gonna take to Crossroads. Then I'll list off the stuff from the haul posted on Monday, just so you can remember what I'm taking from there. And then we'll head over to Crossroads. Okay, so I actually didn't have a ton of luck on Friday when I went to the bins off camera, but I did find 8 things, I believe. Yeah, 8 things to take to Crossroads. So the first is this denim mini skirt, and this is J. Crew. I'll be really interested to see if they take this, size 26. The reason I wanted to pick this up is because it's from a newer season, and I know that oftentimes buy-sell trade stores will actually look at this little materials tag in here and see what season it's from. This is from spring 2018, so it's not super new, but it's about 3-4 years old. So I'll be interested to see if they pick that up. I also found this, and something that always surprises me about Crossroads is that they tend to buy the graphic tees that I take in there. So I thought, okay, let's try this one out. This is a men's, it's a pretty cute one. Vans t-shirt, kind of looks like a, vintage beer graphic almost. It is a size medium, so we'll see if they take that. And I washed and folded these all very neatly, which I find does increase the amount of items that they accept from me because they don't have to steam items. They can just hang them up right then and there. I got a lot of men's Levi's to take there, which have been successful for me in the past, but a lot of items that I'm taking are men's Levi's. So I'm gonna be interested to see how it does. These are Levi's men's 511s. These are 34 by 34, and they are a black denim jean. We'll see how they do. I also picked these up. I picked these up originally to sell myself, but I checked comps and I was not super impressed. But with all of this stuff, if Crossroads doesn't accept it, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it. And sometimes I'm surprised by how well they do. These are Anthropologie. They're chino, size 4. These are called the wide leg crop. They're in this really kind of pretty rust color. They've got this pin tuck detail along the front, so hopefully Crossroads will take these. We will see. With brands like J. Crew and Anthropologie, sometimes they pick them up, sometimes they don't. I would definitely say with older Anthropologie stuff, they almost never take that. So I've just learned to leave that behind. Same with older J. Crew stuff too. And Free People. Okay, so again, I've got another Levi's. These are 511 men's, 30 by 30. These are kind of in this deep teal color, which I thought are really cute, and they're in really great condition. So I'll be surprised if they don't take these, but you never know, we'll see. And then again, I have another, probably same person, Levi's 511, 30 by 30 men's. These are kind of a lighter blue or sky blue almost. Really nice. I'm not folding it out because I don't want to undo the folding job I did. Yeah, hopefully I'll take those. And then I was on the fence about whether I wanted to sell these myself or take them to Crossroads, but I had the thought that I would rather trade these in, get a pair of Madewell jeans or something that I know will sell faster. But if they don't accept these, then I can just sell them. These are Joe's jeans. These are the high-rise skinny ankle, and I like them a lot because they have this raw hem. They're in excellent condition. They don't have any dimpling or pulling along the front there, which skinny jeans, stretch denim tends to do, so I always look out for that at the bins or the thrift store or wherever. But these are actually in excellent condition, so we'll see if they accept these. I don't know. I think I took a pair of white Joe's jeans to Crossroads last time and they skipped those, and then I ended up selling them on Poshmark for good money. So we will see if they take these blue jeans. These blue jeans, I think, are a little bit more on trend because they're high rise and they have that detail along the ankle, but we'll see. Okay, so the last piece that I am taking there, I gotta go grab because it's still drying. One moment. Okay, so this is the last piece I am taking to Crossroads, and it is this sweater, cardigan sweater by Madewell. This is an older Madewell piece, and I can tell because it says that 1937. Yeah, 1937 under the word Madewell. Whenever I see that, I know it is older, and it is from fall 2015. So I will be curious to see if they accept this or not. If not, I can sell it, so it's not a big deal. It's actually a really sturdy sweater, really thick, well made, and so if they're still picking up for winter, which I'm assuming they are, they usually switch around February to picking up spring, then I think this will do well. I obviously didn't get a ton of things at this Crossroads, and since I didn't go with a friend, my average cost of goods for each piece was substantially higher than in the last bins trip. So on this one, each piece cost $2.02. On the last trip, each piece cost 83 cents. I think in the video I said 86 cents, but after putting it into a spreadsheet, it is 83 cents per piece. So I just want to quickly list what I'm taking from that haul. But if you want to see the full haul and me talking about the pieces in more detail and what I purchased to sell, we posted that earlier this week on Monday. Thrift with me. I'll link it down in the description below as well, and you can go check that out if you haven't already. Okay, so I decided to take these to Crossroads. First, the Pilcrow and the letterpress floral embroidered mid-rise ankle jeans that I found because they had a little bit of a stain on them. I'm gonna see if Crossroads wants to take them. If not, I think they will do pretty well over on Poshmark or eBay. Next, I've decided to take over this Adidas. It's called a warp knit tee. It's kind of got that mesh detail, and because I want to see if Crossroads will accept Adidas, and if they do, then I'm going to start picking up more trendier Adidas pieces to take over to them. And if they don't, again, I can sell it. And then I'm going to take this Urban Outfitters men kind of scarf patch button down that I found. I definitely bought that exclusively to take to Crossroads, but again, I can sell it. And then I'm also going to take this Brandy Melville J. Galt. J. Galt is a brand within Brandy Melville San Francisco tee. I'm also going to take over there a Brandy Melville J. Galt cargo pants that are in this dark green color. And then I'm going to take over the first a pair of Levi's 721 high-rise skinny jeans in blue, and that's a size 24, and then another Levi's 721 high-rise skinny jeans in black, also size 24. Then again, I told y'all I found more men's Levi's to take over there, so I don't know, we have at least 5 pairs that we're taking. So the first is a Levi's men's 32 by 30 514 green pants, and actually if you watch that haul, I noticed a stain on those and they actually came out in the wash, so that's great. And then another pair of Levi's men 29 by 30 514 black jeans, so we'll see if they take those. I also threw in there the Lululemon sports bra. I'll be surprised if they take that, but I thought I'd just go ahead and throw it in there and try it out. And then I also decided to include those vintage Levi's that were kind of like saddle jeans. I don't know how to describe them quite. Could not find them anywhere when I was researching a little bit, so I decided to just go ahead and see if Crossroads wants them first. And then I am taking the Gymshark leggings actually because they did have those flaws. And then also I am going to try to take out that Madewell 100% wool Northlight pullover sweater that's gray. See if they'll take that as well. So all in all, in total, we are taking 21 pieces to Crossroads. The total that I spent on all those pieces is $26.96. So if we don't make $26.96 back, then it was basically a waste of time, which is fine. It's always a good experiment to see what we can get. And again, since I'm a reseller, worst comes to worst, I just sell it myself. So we're gonna take these over to Crossroads and see what we get with trade and credit, cash and credit. I'll report both back to you, and then I'll show you what I was able to find at Crossroads while sourcing there as well. Okay, let's go. Okay, so my day had a change of plans. Matt convinced me to go see Spider-Man since the theater was empty. And so we went in the middle of a Monday to go see Spider-Man, which was really fun. Then we got lunch, but Crossroads stops doing trade-ins at 5 and it's 4 o'clock. So I'm gonna do one trade-in now, see how it goes. And then tomorrow I'll do the other one. I'll bring you along for both. And then tomorrow I'll also do the little haul to show you what I got in Crossroads, reveal the trade-in and the cash-in credit, and show you how I convert all those things. Okay, let's head inside. Cross our fingers. Come on, Crossroads. Accept my stuff. All right, let's go. Okay, changing plans. That actually took way faster than I thought. I didn't go through everything. I only ended up getting one thing. But I'm gonna go to the other Crossroads and try to trade in because they end trade in at 5, but they close at 6. So it'll give me hopefully enough time to trade in and an hour more to shop there. And that's a bigger location. They have more stuff, so hopefully we can find some good stuff there, but I'm in a hurry, so let's help to it. Actually, they bought some stuff here, so I'm happy. I think it's gonna be a good report at the end. All right, let's go. Okay, so went to the second Crossroads. I did get to trade in. They took a little bit less stuff, which I was expecting because I took less stuff, but they still took stuff. And so I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. However, I didn't find anything to buy there, which is surprising. So I literally only got one thing, which is fine because this trading credit, I don't think it has an expiration date, or it's far enough along that I'll definitely spend it in time. And I'm always going in there, so I can use this credit next time. I'll just have to track the conversion. So I'm going to meet you back home tomorrow and we'll see what they took. I'm really curious to see what they took, what they didn't. We can learn more about what's on trend for buy sell trade stores together. And then I'll just show you that conversion method that I use and show you the one item that I got. All right, see you tomorrow. Okay, so we're back home and I'm actually really excited to see what Crossroads didn't take so then we can understand better what they did take, and I'm excited to talk through the conversion method that I use. So I'm just gonna take this stuff out of the bag, see what they didn't take real quick. Okay, first thing they didn't take is this Vans t-shirt. Noted. I have a spreadsheet, by the way, of all the items that I took to Crossroads, how much I spent on each item. This is going to help me in my conversion and tracking. It's a little bit, more tedious than probably what a lot of resellers are used to, but just, for scrupulous kind of bookkeeping and tracking, this is how I do it. So I'll talk through it a little bit later, but it also just helps me track what is Crossroads taking, what are they not, and so that I can have a record and a log to make sure I make better choices in the future, especially when I'm buying things like this that I really only was planning on taking to Crossroads. I probably won't resell this, I'll just donate it back. So this is just going to be counted as a loss. So I'm going to make a note on my spreadsheet of what they did and did not take. So did not take this Vans. They did not take the J. Crew skirt, which I can resell, which is not a big deal. They also didn't take these Joe's jeans, which again, I can resell, it's not a big deal, but also it's good for me to know that. I think with J. Crew and Anthropologie, they are very, very, very selective with those brands. And so I'm just gonna keep a note of that moving forward. I think they'll probably take, like more recent maxi dresses and probably outerwear by those brands that are more kind of on trend, but it just seems like denim, they don't pick up a lot of denim from either J. Crew or Anthropologie. Things like tops, I don't really see much of it in the store. And that's also what's helpful when I'm shopping through there. I'm also taking a log of what's available. And something that I found is that they really decide what to take based off style more than brand. And something I take a note of, but it's hard because since I source for my reselling business based off of, brand and style, I don't really just do style. So if I find just a trendy piece that I wouldn't resell myself, but I think maybe Crossroads would take it, it's kind of a gamble because if they don't take it, I have to just count it as a loss. So anyway, I will be selling these. Okay, so they also didn't take this Madewell sweater, which I'm not surprised. It's, I think, a little bit shrunken, and it's definitely older style, and that scoop neck looks a little bit stretched out. And so I kind of want to just donate this back. I really don't think, I think I could just see this sitting in my Poshmark closet or eBay forever. So actually, not donate it, but send it to ThredUp, and I'll just put it in my ThredUp pile. So next, they also didn't take these Gymshark leggings, which similarly, I think it's just due to condition, 100%. Like I said, the seam is coming out and there's some pilling issues. I think if these were in better condition, well, A, I would have kept them, but B, they would have taken them. So I think similarly, just because of the condition they're in, I think I might also send these to ThredUp. And I don't even know if ThredUp will try to sell them. Okay, I was really actually hopeful that they would take these, but they didn't. So we'll see how they sell on Poshmark and eBay and Mercari, but these are the two Levi's skinny jeans. They're 721 high-rise skinny in size 24, both black and dark blue. And so actually at the first Crossroads location where they took the majority of my items, they said, we're not really picking up many skinny jeans, which is, true with the page denim as well. So definitely something that I took note of. And I found that to be the case over time too. Like I've taken Mother skinny jeans to them, which they passed on, which later sold for like 50 bucks on Poshmark. So I think I'm just gonna stick to rigid denim and a brand that I would pick up for Crossroads that I wouldn't necessarily sell myself that does rigid denim is PacSun. If you come across like PacSun mom jeans, they tend to almost always pick them up at Crossroads, so something to keep in mind. Okay, so a lot of the men's Levi's they did pick up except for these two, which is interesting because, you know, they picked up a green pair, but not these blues. So that's fine, I can sell these, and I'm actually kind of curious to see how they will perform. They're both 30 by 30, and I think they are both from the same person. So it should be pretty easy to list. They're both 511s. But yeah, interesting, noted. They do pick up men's Levi's, which is good, specifically the jeans, but not blue chino type pants. But green, yes. Green, yes, blue, no. I don't know. I would probably just get them again and try it out again, but maybe I'll be more selective with blue pants going forward from Levi's. Okay, so the last two pieces that they did not take was this Lululemon bra, sports bra, which, not surprised. I think I even said when I was showing all this that I'd be kind of surprised if they took that. And then the last thing was this Adidas top. So that answers my question. I mean, I can list this pretty easily. The style number is really easy to find on the tag, and it's a more recent style, so I don't mind listing that. But yeah, it makes me interested if I'll ever really pick up Adidas or Nike for Crossroads in the future. A brand that doesn't resell that well anymore, but I saw a lot at Crossroads, is Fabletics. So I think if I do find Fabletics at the bins in excellent condition, I will try to take it to Crossroads in the future. Okay, so now for what they accepted. They accepted Levi's men's 34 by 34 511 jeans, the Madewell striped cardigan. I know they took that actually at the second location. They accepted the Anthropologie cropped wide leg pants, so that's good. I feel like that kind of tells me maybe cute Anthropologie pants are worth picking up at the bins moving forward. They also accepted, and this was at the second location, I know, the Pilcrow embroidered jeans. So that's great because I was not expecting them to take that, and I know I said earlier that like Anthropologie denim doesn't really necessarily do well, but yeah, so I'm surprised they picked those up. I think if it has some kind of unique element, maybe they'd be more willing to pick those up. They took the Urban Outfitters men's scarf patch button down. I really thought they would, so I'm glad they did. They accepted both Brandy Melville pieces. I'm telling you, they love Brandy Melville at Crossroads. They accepted the San Francisco tee and the cargo pants. They accepted those Levi's men 32 by 30 green pants, 514s. They accepted the Levi's men's 29 by 30 514 black jeans. A lot of y'all told me to keep those Levi's saddle jeans, you know, when I posted that video on Monday. I call them saddle jeans because I don't know what they are. They're like the vintage jeans. I decided just to take them to Crossroads because I didn't want to do a bunch of research on them, and I know that's lazy. Potentially I might regret it, but I spent 5 minutes researching them, couldn't find them, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take them to Crossroads, and they accepted them. So that's what they accepted. And so in total, they accepted 10 out of 21 items, and so that makes my acceptance rate 47.62, almost 50%. Definitely room for improvement there. I've actually had it happen where they have taken everything I've taken them. It happened one time. That was really cool. And I didn't take a little amount either, and it was just one location. They just took literally everything. It was great. But this time around, they did not. That's fine. This is really useful information in me getting better at what they're accepting. Okay, so to answer the question y'all are probably waiting on, how much did I receive in I could have chosen cash or trading credit? I tracked both so I can share those numbers with you. So in cash, the first location, they offered me $44.10. And then the second location, they offered me $16.65. That means that if I wanted to go the cash route, I would have made $60.75. And I meant to mention this earlier, for all the items they accepted, I spent $11.87. So if I went that route, I would have had a $48.88 profit, which isn't bad considering that I literally spent like 1.5 hours going to Crossroads, I think. And you know, I was at the bins anyway, so just picking those extra things up wasn't a big deal. So that wouldn't have been bad. Another way to look at it is I spent $60.46 in total on both bins trips. So if I did want to take that cash in credit, it would have just paid for all my trips. So then all the items that I actually picked up to sell and all the items I was left over to sell would have literally just been basically free for me to sell. So I think that's a really cool way of looking at it too. Doing this method of taking some items from the bins and taking it to buy sell trade stores is a way to basically get free inventory. So especially if you are low on cash, I think this is a really great way, or you're just trying to run a lean operation. I think it's a really great way to improve your bottom line. But I opted for trade-in credit. So at the first location, they offered me $73.50 in trade-in credit. And then the second location, they offered me $27.75 in trade-in credit, which totaled to $101.25 in trade-in credit. And that's the route I went, and so they gave me one of these guys. Okay, so this is what I got my trade-in credit on. I asked for a new card, and I won't use it again on other trade-ins until it runs empty, just because I want to be able to track my conversion. So let me share with you what that is. But before I do, let me share with you the one item I got. I showed you all this in the video. It is Athleta, which is a brand I very rarely pick up, but this was such a cool piece that I decided to look it up, and it actually does really well. It was half off, so I got it for $11.25. It is this jumpsuit. It's called the Dipsy jumpsuit. It is a jogger jumpsuit. These cool like neon yellow drawstring tabs, and then it's got the zipper front with this cool neon stripe ribbon on the front, long sleeve, which is really cute. It is a size 6. So if I didn't show you comps, let me show you them now, because comps looked really good on this piece. So I want to share with you, it cost me $11.25, right, in trade-in credit, but when I process this item, what am I actually going to put on my cost of goods? Because I didn't technically spend $11.25 on this item. And before I get into that, just a note, a lot of resellers don't track their cost of goods per item, especially bins resellers. They'll instead just track how much they're spending in total, and they typically opt for a cash basis accounting method, and that works. You can totally do that as a reseller, and I'm not an accounting professional, so don't take my accounting advice, but when you talk to your accountant, talk to them about cash versus accrual based accounting. But even if it's not for tax purposes, for bookkeeping purposes, it can be helpful to track your cost of goods per item, which is what I do. It can really help you analyze the performance of each individual item. So you can track, what locations are performing the best. You can track what brands are performing the best. You can track just how your sourcing decision making is going and where you're falling short and where you could improve, and also where you're going right. Without tracking cost of goods, it's really kind of hard to do that. I mean, of course, you can look at just your overall sales, but how much you spend on an item, especially if you have varied sourcing methods like retail arbitrage versus bins, I think is really important in analyzing your decision making. So I track all my cost of goods for each individual item. I've been doing that for a while. And so when I do it this way, it's a little bit more complicated. And so I get a lot of questions about it. So what I do is I look for a conversion rate or a conversion percentage. And so how to get this is in the numerator, you are going to take how much money you spent on the items they accepted. So in this case, they accepted those 10 items that I spent $11.87 on. That's my numerator. And then the denominator, I'm gonna take my trade-in credit, which was $101.25. So that gives me 0.1172, which I take that number, 0.117, and I actually just write it on the card. So that is my conversion number. So when I buy something with this card, I take that $11.25 and I times it by my conversion number. So when I did that for this one, I actually spent like money, the money that actually came out of my bank account and went into this piece was $1.32. So that's what I'm going to put for my cost of goods. In reality, when we're talking about trading credit, $11.25 did come out of this. And so now I have $90 on here. So next time I use this to buy anything at all, I'll just apply this conversion number to what I purchased. So if I purchase something for $20, just again, times it by 0.117, that would be my cost of goods. And I just track it that way. There are times in which, you're paying for half of it with this and half of it in cash, or a percentage of it in this and a percentage of it in cash. Okay, let's say you bought something for $10 and you have $5 on here and you're gonna pay for 5 of it in cash. So it would be $5 because you're actually paying $5 in reality plus 5 times 117, and that would give you your cost of goods. I hope that makes sense. I'll maybe just put that equation up on the screen. I hope that makes sense. I hope it's not too confusing. It is a little bit more confusing to do this way, so that's why I haven't covered it yet. But honestly, once you get the swing of it, it's not that hard. And so once I spend everything on here, I'll just take that, write it out, and use it again because I don't want to waste, and write the new number on here. And they haven't said anything to me about marking it in the past, but if they do, you could just, you know, track it on your phone if worst case scenario, because they do have a serial number here, which you could track it with. So that is the video. I hope it was helpful to y'all. I actually thought it was a fairly successful run. I mean, they only took 10 items and I got $100 in trading credit for it. So that's great. I think it's a great conversion rate. I'm really looking forward to doing this again. I'm also looking forward to selling the stuff they didn't accept and seeing how those things do, because that's kind of nice, you know, they reject something but then you make good money on it. It's like, okay, well, I was meant to sell it anyway. But let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts about this whole process? Are you going to use this in your business, or do you already? And how do you track your cost of goods? If it's a little bit different, let me know in the comments down below, because this of course isn't the only way to do it, but it's the way I do it and it works for me. So anyways, I hope this is helpful. I will see y'all in the next one. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. All right, love y'all. Bye.